Hello, my name is Rossella, and today I'm going to do the B paper included in this book published by ABRSM in 2021. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. Also, visit my website virtuoso.com where you can see all the videos that I publish. There are many, so go and have a look. If you want to support my work and my channel, you can buy a special thanks by clicking on the money symbol just down here. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. And leave a comment if my video helped you improve your knowledge and boost your confidence. Happy watching! Bye!
The first section of our exam, as ever, starts with rhythm, and in the first question we are asked to circle the right time signature for the given bars. As ever, I always say, let's look at the bars from above and see what catches our eye. In this case, we might think that this is a compound time because we have this dotted crotchet here, which makes us think of three quavers grouped together. But this lonely quaver here makes us think that they come together. Otherwise, it is not possible to explain this. Okay, so this is definitely a simple time. And look at this. The options that we have are two compound times or one simple time, 4/4. So in this case, without even counting, we know that this is 4/4. Just to double check, because we were never too sure, we have one crotchet, one quaver, semiquaver, and the other semiquaver, so they go all together. And I always recommend, guys, to pair up a value, double dotted value, with the second value next to it. So in this case, we skip quavers and we go to semiquavers, and this is the equivalent of one semiquaver. And then these are the two together. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you go. Think that music is, so if you think that this is complicated, in fact, it shouldn't be, because music is designed, written music is designed to be extremely direct. And because there are many things in place when we play, in a piece, there are many aspects. There are the notes, the rhythm, and all the details attached to them. It is very hard to say many things all together. A written text doesn't say as much, because it says the letters, the words, and we gather all the rest ourselves, the meaning, the tone, and everything else, the pace, everything else. In music, this is not taken for granted, and so all these details are included in the text. So this is why it is important that notes and rhythm flow as much as possible. So just learn, try to do what I say. Just don't be too mathematical. You can do that to check your answer, but your answer should be as direct as possible. Anyway, let's go ahead. The next one is clearly a compound time because we have three quavers grouped together and we have a duplet. And this is what catches my eye and tells me that this is a compound time, because two quavers themselves would be enough for a simple time. But they need a special symbol when we are in a compound time. So we can exclude 4/2 and 3/2, and then the answer is 12/8. As simple as that. We haven't even counted, guys. I'm so sorry, but it is as easy as that. Don't feel bad if you don't do all the things that your teacher said, because they are useful, yes, in the first place to understand, but then we have to move on from that and then really go to this flowing pace that is much more musical and actually helps you with sight reading. In the end, we are learning theory to improve our playing. This is the principle of that. Okay, so use this precious time to do so and to become more independent and to surprise your teacher and yourself. In this case, I don't really understand. I'm joking. There are many things all grouped together. There is one case in which we have this long group of notes, and it's when we are in 3/8. This is the only situation in which we have three quavers grouped together and all the equivalent options. So in this case, we have 1, 2, and 3 groups of semiquavers, which are 3 quavers. So the answer is 3/8. Probably I went a little bit too quickly here. So I saw, first of all, a group of a long group of notes, and they are all semiquavers, because these 2 demisemiquavers, sorry, 4 demisemiquavers are in fact 2 semiquavers, 1 and 1. And this is how my eye reads them, okay, in pair, 1 and 2. So 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and we make it 1, 2, and 3. And the only option is to 3/8. 2, 4 would be 1/4, okay, 4 semiquavers, and then we have a missing 2 semiquavers, and 6/16. This doesn't really work, because they would be grouped in 3 plus 3. So they would be 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And they are not in a group of 6. And so this is the difference between them. This is very important. Try to remember it. Take notes. If I tell you something that you didn't know or you didn't think of, take notes on your paper. This is the principle of these tutorials, guys. Are you happy? Next question. In this question, we are asked to tick the box that shows the bar, this bar, correctly rewritten in simple time. Okay, I've published a TikTok video about how to, with the equivalence between simple of some things between simple and compound time, and I tried to link it on a card up here, but definitely will be linked in the description below. I know that you are on TikTok, guys. Don't deny it. I'll see you there. So 3 quavers in a compound time fit perfectly because we have 3 seats. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go and watch chapter, I think, one of the first chapters in grade 3 where they explore this topic of compounded simple time. Anyway, in simple time we have 3 seats. And we have 3 people, 1 for each seat. Excellent, perfect. Then when we have 2 people, we need a special symbol because 2 are occupying 1.5 seat each. So they can spread around, they can have bags, they can have bulky items with them, and it's all fine, but we need a special ticket. So 3 of them cannot fit in the 2 seats that we have in the simple time. So we need a special symbol. Okay, so 3 in the space of 2. The 2 seats, on the other hand, suit perfectly the 2 quavers that we have. So we just remove the special symbol. And the dotted crotchet becomes a simple crotchet because we don't need the dot anymore, but one dotted crotchet becomes 1 crotchet. 2 seats, 3 seats. So now we just have to find this, and I think that this figure is here because here we have the duplet symbol that we don't need in simple times, and here we have the dot on the crotchet. So this is the right answer, and I hope that this was useful. Question 3. In question 3, we are asked to complete the sentences by adding a number. In 4/8, which means 4 quavers in a bar, grouped in 2. This is a simple time. So 1, 2, 1, 2. This thing is equal to a certain number of quaver beats. Okay, so we have 2 semiquavers, and they are equal to 1 quaver. 4 demisemiquavers are equals to 2 semiquavers, and so 1 quaver. So we have 2 quaver beats, 1 and 2. Okay, so when we see this, which is equivalent to 1 quaver, we already know that this is 1 quaver. So it's 1 and 1, 2 quaver beats. In 6/4, okay, this is a compound time. When you see 6, 9, 12, 16, they are all compound times. So because they are multiple of 3. And then although 6 can be divided by 2, so 2, 2, 2, in music we don't have that kind of organization, but we have only in 3. So in 6/4 we have 6 crotchets grouped in 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's have a look. Each of them is a dotted minim. So how many dotted minims do we have in a bar? 2. There you go. Sorted. All done. How are you getting on so far? All good? Question 4. In question 4, we need to tick the box that shows this bar correctly grouped. And then grouping, again, as I always say, is very important because it tells us how to count, and our sight reading as a result will flow a little bit more, and it tells the conductor how to conduct, and the orchestral player will benefit from that because they will all go together. If the conductor is not clear, the music is awful, sounds awful probably. So grouping is really important. It tells our eyes how to catch things quickly and flow as a result of that. So 6/16 first of all is 9/16 is 9 semiquavers grouped in 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. We need to see these 3 groups. If we don't, that's a problem. Now look at here. Oh my God, I'm a bit confused. Okay, so this is correct. And what's happening here? So this is correct. This is this 1, 2, and 3. Then we have 2 semiquavers floating. No, impossible. This is not correct. We need the first semiquaver here indicated. Now, if this is longer than these 3, we need a tied note. For example, like this, yes. But then look at here. This semiquaver is not beamed with the other 2 of the group. They must be beamed together. There's no way to indicate it differently. This is so confusing. This is 5 semiquavers, 1 on its own and then 3. This is not really even, it can't be. But look at here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, guys, do you see what I meant with this tied note? The tied note, although this adds up correctly because this is a dotted quaver plus, so a semiquaver and another semiquaver. Yes, that's all correct. But we missed the grouping here, which we see very clearly indicated here. So this is the correct answer. How are you going with this? Can you let me know, guys? Write it in the comments. Question 5. In this question, we are asked to tick the box or cross it to show whether the rests have been added correctly or incorrectly. Now, there is a rule for adding the rest, and more or less is the same as the notes. And let's see what they've done here. In 4/4, first of all, the time signature, we need to have 2 crotchets on a side and 2 crotchets on the other side. So there is a line in between. There is the half of the bar must be clearly indicated. Otherwise, it's very confusing for us to read, to sight read, to play, to flow, and so forth. 3 in the space of 2 quavers equals 1 crotchet. Okay. This other crotchet is here, perfect. And what about here, guys? Why do we have 2 crotchets to indicate this? If we have a longer note, for example, a minim, would you have a minim or 2 tied crotchets? I would have a minim. So there is a problem here. We are missing a minim rest, and so this is incorrect. The next one has a dotted minim for 3 spaces, like that. And then we have the other crotchet. And this is correct, yes. We don't need to see the half of the bar here, so we don't need to have this, and then all the rest. No, but this is correct. It's perfect. The next one, we have one crotchet here, one crotchet here, and one minim. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, no issues. The question could be, for example, if you have this kind of, if you thought that we could have here a dotted crochet rest. Not really, no. No, it's a little bit confusing. Da, da, no, it's a sort of a syncopation. No, not really. In this case, it's better to not to merge. So there are cases, but if we start with a dotted minim and a note, yes, in this case it's possible, but afterwards, no. How do you know all of that? Experience, guys. Experience. Don't pretend to learn all the rules all together. Just remember that observing the pieces that you play and looking at the details, and let your eyes catch everything, or as much as possible, in the pieces that you play. That is the best book to look up your music, because music is always correct. The music that you play is always correctly presented. So have you ever seen this in a piece? No, it's impossible. So just go a little bit, like dare a little bit, instead of being too logical and forget that we're talking about music. All right? Thank you. Next section. In this section, we talk about pitch, and we have a few questions about it. In the first one, we are asked to take the box that shows the correct names of these notes, and we have 3 clefs: the alto clef, bass clef, and treble clef. Now, if you want to know how to read confidently, go and watch my videos 1A, 1B, 1C, and 1D, linked in the description below or up here. They tell you all you need to know about clefs and gives you plenty of confidence to read them correctly and forever. The alto clef is treble clef +1, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you will after watching the videos. In the treble clef, we call this do, so +1 equals re, double sharp. This is the symbol for double sharp, so re double sharp. In the bass clef, this is middle C, so we count do, re, mi, fa, sol, flat. There are a few things that you need to know very, very directly and straightforwardly. That this is middle C, this is F, this is middle C, +1, and so forth, okay? So there are a few things. And they really, really help. In the treble clef, this is middle C, and so we count do, si, la, sol, double flat. Middle C, flat. Sorted. Now I am as confident as you see me because I was like you when I was a student, but then I practiced, I read, I learned lots of pieces, I did lots of exercises, and here I am. So you could do the same. If I did it, you can do it too. Question 2. In this question, we are asked to rewrite the notes, the given notes, keeping this pitch the same. And to answer this question, we need to remember our memorime that is included in my videos that I talked about earlier on. If the pitch you want to know, middle C, are you above or below? All right, so in treble clef, middle C is here. So this note is do, si, la, sol, fa, F. In the alto clef, middle C is here. So do, si, la, sol, fa. There you go. Below middle C, below middle C. If the pitch you want to know, middle C, are you above or below? Fun, right? Next one, in bass clef, middle C is here. So this is just one above middle C. In treble clef, middle C is down here. So this is just one above middle C. Here it is. Re, re. Sorted. As simple as that. Are you happy? Next question. As we're here, guys, I'd like to thank all those that leave me comments, write me an email and tell me about their musical studies. I really love to hear from you. And as you noticed, I always reply. Some of you also sent me the results of their music theory exam, and I'm very happy to hear that thanks to my videos, you got a distinction. Thank you so much. In this question, we are asked to circle true or false for each statement, and they relate to pitch. So again, if the pitch you want to know, middle C, are you above or below? In treble clef, in the alto clef, middle C is here, so this is one below middle C. In treble clef, middle C is down here, so this is nearly an octave higher. So this second example is an octave higher than the first example. In the last example, middle C is just one above. So the last and first examples are the same pitch. The second example is an octave higher, and I've already answered the questions just by observing. So let's have a look. A and C are the same pitch. Yes. One below, one below. True. C is an octave lower than B. Yes, because B is an octave higher than middle C. And this is one note below. So yes, it's an octave lower. Yeah, it is. True. Perfect. Let's turn the page together, shall we? In this final question of this second section, we need to tick the box that shows the correct enharmonic equivalent of the given notes. The enharmonic equivalent is a note that has the same sound but not the same name of another note. And sometimes we have two, sometimes we have three names for the same key. To do that, I just write a keyboard, and in the exam you have a scrap paper that you can use and where you can draw anything you need. And if I were you, I would just at the beginning of the exam, not beforehand, when you show the scrap paper it has to be blank, but when the exam starts you can then write anything you like in that paper. And I would write a keyboard and keep it there as long as possible, like 2 octaves and a half, and then keep it there because we need it for scales as well. So sharp is this. The other name of so sharp is La flat. And this is one of the cases in which the A note, a key, has just 2 names, not 3. So La flat. This is in bass clef, always read that's D because it's B plus 2. So Re, the other name of Re. Okay, in this case, this note has 3 names. This could be Re, or it could be Do sharp sharp, so Do double sharp, or Mi double flat, Mi flat flat. So Do double sharp, Re, Mi double flat. Which option do we have here? I think Do double sharp. And there you go. This is it. Sorted. How did you answer so far? Like me? Let me know in the comments below. I created a rhyme. Keys and scales. This section is very important. First, because it's longer. Second, because it's very dense with, it's intense. Third, because the topic is really important. And fourth, because it gives us as much as 15 points. There are a lot. So you can gather that keys and scales are one of the most important topics in music theory. In the first two questions, we are asked to tick the box that shows the correct key signature for the given keys that are B flat minor and A major, one with flat and one with sharps. I published 4 videos about key signatures and scales and keys. Go and watch them. It's 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D, linked in the description below or on the card up here. They tell you everything you need to know about scales and key signatures, and most importantly, it doesn't use the horrendous, awful, irrelevant circle of fifths. Well, it's not irrelevant, I'm joking, but it is unnecessary and we don't need it. And the only thing that you need to know is a couple of things, and they are very quick to learn. And once you do that, it's all sorted. Okay. As a theory examiner, I can tell that the countries where the circle of fifths is used widely for keys and scales for learning this topic, the exams are very confusing, and then the questions are very, very easy to get wrong because there are too many passages and then they require too much knowledge, and the circle of fifths is really unnecessary. I have a better solution, so go and watch the videos. Anyway, in these videos I talk about the shape of a key signature, because the key signatures have always the same shape, and with flats is down descending zigzagging shape. Where do we have this? Here, yes. Here, no. Look. Here, yes. And here, no. So we have 2 options left. One with 5 sharp flats and one with 2. Now, do you remember the key signature with 2 flats? I'll tell you. It's the penultimate flat, so B flat major, not B flat minor. So the answer is this, because B flat minor is the relative minor of B plus 3 semitones is D flat. And D flat, look, it's here, has 5 flats. This is D. It's the penultimate flat in our key signature that gives us the name of the key with flats. So here it is. Perfect. Next one, with sharps. Okay, what is the key signature of A major? So A major has sharps, not flats, because otherwise it would be A flat major. So the only key signature with flat that doesn't have flat in the name is F major. That's it. All the other ones have flat. So if it's A major, it's with sharps. If it's A flat major, it's with flats. If it is F major, it's the key has flats. If it's F sharp major, the key has sharps. Okay, how many sharps does A major have? We need the order of sharps. Fun, coloring, gigantic. A minus 1 semitone is G. G is the last semitone of our key signature. So, Sol. We have 3 sharps everywhere, but we need the right order and the right place. Let's start from here. This is not Fa, this is G. So goodbye to you. Fa, Do, Sol. This is correct, but the shape is this. So we don't have this long curve, doesn't occur at the beginning. So no. And the final is the alto clef. Do we need to check? No, because the other answers were wrong. So we are happy with this. And I hope you are happy too. So many things in this question to know, but go and watch these videos. They really, really help. And I know this because I've been asking my students to watch them without me explaining a single thing in the lessons, and they do work. They do work. And I teach also primary school students. So if they can do it, and it's a complicated topic, and they don't have enough knowledge for understanding it, but they did, so we all can. Okay, so go and watch them. They are really, really useful. All right, question number 3. As we're here, guys, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. You can support me and my channel by becoming a member. And if you go to the desktop version of YouTube, you have the join button there, and then there are 3 different options that you can go for. And any of them would work because they support me and my work. And then this is very important for me. All of this material is available for free, and I do appreciate when people recognize the importance of what I do and then they donate money. You can also buy a special thanks on YouTube, and the button is just underneath this video. Thank you. In this question, we are asked to circle the correct key for the 3 melodies. And here, again, the knowledge that we need is the order of flats and sharps. Fa, do, sol, re, la, mi, si. Fun coloring gigantic drawings after eating breakfast. And the flats is the backwards version. Big elephants ate dinosaurs, goat, cheese and figs. Similare sol do fa. Some of you are sending me their weird sentences to remember the order of flats and sharps, and I am gathering them all together. Please do send me yours. So mine are fun coloring gigantic drawings after eating breakfast, or big elephants ate dinosaurs, goat, cheese and figs. And I'd like to hear yours. Have fun. Okay, so now this question is a bit laborious and long, but follow me. We catch up with the time with other easier questions. So don't feel discouraged by this, okay? So do exactly what I did. So far, I did write the order of flats and sharps, and that's all we need. So now, first example with flats. We have la flat, okay? Oh, this is very interesting. Usually when we have a flat, oh no, sorry guys, oh my God, sorry, that was a bit too many. Usually when we have a flat, we have also the previous ones, because it can be that it's just one. So we must include also these other 2. Now, what on earth is happening here? Why don't we have C and mi? Why this mi is not flat? Okay, first of all, B is not included in our melody. This is not very easy, guys, I'll tell you. And we could have mi flat, okay? But when mi is not flat in this case, and it has been raised, it's because it's the leading note. Now the leading note, I circle it, is the semitone before the key. So this is the semitone before fa, and we are in F minor. F minor is the relative minor of A flat major, and A flat major has 4 flats. Why don't we have D flat in this case? We don't have it because this is an ascending melodic scale, and the 6th and 7th degrees are raised. Okay, so here we have basically this situation. Okay, so we are in F minor. We can't be in A flat major because otherwise all these flats will be shown, and so these 2 would be flat. E flat major, no, because in E flat major we would have E flat. There's no way you can raise the tonic. And C minor is the relative minor of E flat major, so we would have the leading note for sure, which is B, and it's not included in our melody. So this is the reason why we have all these confusing notes. It's always very useful to start from the key signature. Trying to identify the key signature is the best way to identify the key. And if something is not really making sense, it's because we're missing the last jigsaw of our puzzle. And let me know how this, if your answer was correct, because this was not very, very easy. Anyway, the second example is even more confusing because we have flats and sharps together. What? Let me explain this. When you see flats and sharps, go to the flat key signature, because the sharp is very likely to be the leading note raised. So B flat. And then we have do sharp. Now this is the leading note. It has been sharpened, so it's the leading note. And what do we need? Easy. We need to go semitone above, and it's D. D minor. Oh, D minor. D minor is the relative minor of F major that has only one flat, and here it is. And it has the leading note raised. That's it. It can't be D major because D major has Fa sharp, and in this case it isn't sharp. And A minor is the relative minor of C major, and C major has no flats, no sharps. So in this case, these two would be not appropriate. Sorted. Next one. This clearly has sharp. So let's have a look. We have So sharp here. We have Fa sharp. And we have Re sharp. Okay. We did say that when we have the sharps, we also have C, and in this case, we don't see it because it's not part of the melody. The note is not part of the melody. So we can consider this melody having 4 sharps, and what do? From the final sharp, we go 1 semitone above, and we find E major has the key. This is it. B major would have an extra sharp, La. B minor has just 2 sharps because it's the relative minor of D major, D major, and it has only 2 sharps. And E minor is the relative minor of G major that has only 1 sharp. So here it is. To know how to answer this question, you need to know very well how to find the key signature, and from the key signature to find the key. It is all included in my videos, so do go and watch them, guys. I really recommend it. I'm not blowing my own trumpet. They do work. Question 4. In question 4, we need to check the 2 chromatic scales that have been written, and we need to tell whether they are correct or incorrect. So first of all, we need the keyboard that you would have written on your scrap paper already. Okay. Now we need to check. Sol. How do I go? Hold on. Sol. So sharp. La. B flat. B natural. Do. Do sharp. Re. Mi flat, Mi natural, Mi sharp, Fa sharp, and Sol. Okay. The pitches are correct, but this is not possible. We can't have 3 notes in a row of the same name. So one of them would have been, for example, either this D sharp or this is Fa. So this is the problem here. So the answer is false. This is incorrect just because we have 3 notes in a row with the same name. So we can't. Next one. Mi flat. Re. Re flat. Do. Si. Si flat. La. So sharp. So natural. Fa sharp. Fa natural, Mi, and Mi flat. Correct. Perfect. Let's double check one more time. Mi flat, Re, Re flat, Do, Si, C flat, La, So sharp, Sol, Fa sharp, Fa, Mi, and Mi flat. We have Mi flat. Mi flat, yes, correct. Perfect. Next question. In this question, we need to tick the box that shows the missing notes of the scale of G sharp harmonic minor. Okay, first of all, the key signature. G sharp minor is the relative minor of B major, 3 semitones above. And B major, B minus 1 semitone is A, so Fa, Do, Sol, Re, La. This is the final sharp of our key signature. So B major and G sharp minor have 5 sharps. Now it's a harmonic scale, so we only need to raise up the 7th degree, the leading note. So Sol, La, Si, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol. Now So sharp, yes. Okay. La sharp, yes. Si, not sharp. Do sharp, yeah, correct. Now we need to find Re sharp, yes, Re sharp. Mi, not sharp. Fa, yes sharp, plus another sharp because we must raise it. And so not Fa sharp, but Fa double sharp. And then So sharp, the final one. If you think of a keyboard, okay, we have Fa sharp. So sharp is the tonic, okay, of our scale. And the semitone below this is not G, but it's Fa double sharp. It has to be called Fa. The leading note of G sharp is not G, it's Fa. It has to be called Fa, and then sharp, sharp, double sharp. Were your answers correct? Let me know. For now, we turn the page. The last 2 questions about keys and scales. In this first one, we need to tick the box that shows the given scales correctly written. Okay. We have, in the first example, we have A melodic minor descending. So A minor is the relative minor of C major, and C major has no flats, no sharps. However, in the melodics, in the minor scales, we could have some notes raised. And however, again, the melodic minor descending is the natural scale. So it's a scale that starts on the tonic, A, but has the same key signature, same flats or sharps included in the key signature. And in this case, the key signature is no sharps, no flats. So this is correct. This could be correct. This is incorrect because we have 2 sharps. This maybe on the way up, it would be correct. On the way down, it wouldn't. We have the alto clef, which is treble clef plus 1. So one of these 2 notes is incorrect. Fa plus 1 equals Sol. This is G, so this is incorrect. Whereas Sol plus 1 equals A. So this is the correct version. So the important piece of knowledge here is that the melodic minor scales are natural scales. And the natural scales are those in which the notes are the same as the key signature. So no raised keys, nothing extra. So the key signature of C major has no sharps, no flats. Therefore, our scale descending melodic is with no sharps, no flats. Okay, next one. D flat major has flats in the key signature, and this is the penultimate flat of our key signature. So big elephants, 8 dinosaurs, and cheese. We have 5 flats in our key signature. It is ascending, all of them are ascending, D flat, D flat, D flat. Okay, let's count the flats here. We need to have 5 plus the last one, and look at here, this is not sharp. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're missing the final note, so no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, no, because we need 5 plus 1 at the end, the double tonic basically. So the only possible answer is this. And we haven't even checked the flats. If you want, you can check them. Re, yes. Mi, yeah. Sol. Oh, sorry guys. Goat. Sol, La, and Si. And then Re again. I'm so sorry about this. It's when I don't call the notes Do, Re, Mi, I'm confused. So Si, Mi, La, Re, Sol. Exactly. Sorry. Okay, are you happy? Final question about scales. We need to look at the scale and answer the questions. So circling through true or false for each statement. Let's have a look at this scale first. This is a scale of B, and I think it's major because the minor. And let's have a look at these sharps. B major would have, so B minus 1 semitone is A, and so A is the final sharp in our key signature. So Fa, Do, Sol, Re, La. These would be our sharps in the key signature of B sharp. B major, sorry. Let's check. B is not sharp. Do sharp. Re sharp. Oh, this is missing. And here's the trick. The third degree of the scale is a major third from the tonic in a major scale. Is a minor third with a tonic in a minor scale. So the only reason why this is not sharp is because this is a minor scale. Now B minor is the relative minor of D major, 3 semitones up, and D major has 2 sharps because Do is the semitone before D, and it's also the final sharp in our key signature. So Fa, Do. So what about the other sharps in this scale? Well, there could be the raised notes. Let's have a look. Do is sharp, Fa is sharp, and then Sol and La are the 6th and 7th degrees, and so they have been raised. So this is a scale of B minor, melodic ascending. There you go. Now the statements should be very straightforward. This is the correctly written scale of B major. No. The leading note is C sharp. No, is this. The largest interval between the notes next to each other is a major second. Yes, because we have an augmented second in the harmonic scale, but not in the melodic scale. So true. Removing the sharp from the submediant, the submediant is the 6th degree, would change this into a scale of harmonic minor. Yes, because the harmonic scale has only the 7th degree raised and not the 6th. So this is also correct. Perfect. These statements are very important because these two are more general. So removing the sharp from the submediant, the 6th degree, will change a scale, a melodic scale, into a harmonic scale. Yes. So take a note of this statement. This is very useful to know. Now tell me, how was this section? Easy? Did I help you? Please let me know. These comments make me so happy. When I receive a comment like, thank you so much, these videos are very helpful, I am very happy. So thank you for all those who sent me a comment like this. And thank you to all those who will send it to me. Send a comment like this to me. So thank you so much. Section 4. In this section, we need to answer a question relating to intervals. And the first question asks us to write the given intervals. Okay, a higher note. This is important because sometimes even I fall into the trap. Because the intervals are the same. On the way up or down is the same. So it's easy to get confused. Okay, first of all, the keyboard. I don't know why I'm drawing it so awful. Oh, such an awful keyboard. Sorry. Okay, there is a TikTok about intervals and I recommend you to watch it because it's quite straightforward. Save it in your list so you can revise what I say in this section very easily. I link it in the description below or up here. An augmented fifth is a perfect fifth plus one semitone. So it's not 3 tones and a half, 3 tones and a half, plus one semitone. So 4 tones. So why did I write them down? I don't know. I was probably thinking of. So first of all, the name of the note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the note. F. 5 steps, including this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fa. B flat and Fa. Si, do, re, mi, fa. Now let's see how this Fa should be. We need 3 tones to make a perfect fifth. So 1, 2, 3 and a half. So with Fa, our fifth is perfect. We need another semitone, so Fa sharp, to increase the distance between the two. So Fa sharp. So one more time. 1, 2, 3 and a half, and another half. Perfect. These are my favorite perfect octaves. It's the same note an octave above. So this is La sharp and La sharp. Oh, I love you, perfect octaves. Next one, a perfect fourth is 2 tones and a half from Fa. So Fa, 1, 2 and a half. B flat. Why this note is not A sharp? Because look, Fa, Sol, La is a third. We need a fourth. Fa, Sol, La, Si. So B flat. Okay. 1, 2 and a half. Next one. Sol sharp. Read the notes correctly, otherwise you mess up the calculation. A minor 6. Okay, for the minor 6, for the 6th and 7th, I created, well, I've invented or I discovered, let's say discovered, because I'm sure I'm not the only one in the world. And one of my viewers told me that actually their teachers have the same strategy, the same method. So I'm sure that I'm not the only one because this is just mathematics. So, okay, so we flip it over. So first of all, the name of the note. This is Sol sharp, so Sol, La, Si, Do, Re, Mi. Okay, we need to write A, Ni, which is here. Then we flip it over and we create a third. To have a minor 6 flipped over again, we need a major third. A major third from Sol sharp is 2 tones away, so 1 and 2. So Mi creates a major third. That flipped over becomes a minor 6th. So here it is. Sorted. I know that I need to create a video about this. I know. I will. Watch this space. C. Okay, for the major 7th, we need the same system. So a major 7th becomes a minor 3rd flipped over. So we need basically a semitone below. A minor 2nd is a semitone below. Between C sorry, La. Oh my God. And La, this is a tone. So to make it a semitone, we need to raise La up. So La sharp. La sharp C is a semitone. And then if we flip it over, it becomes a major seventh. So a minor second flipped over becomes a major second. A major seventh. Okay, I hope this is clear. Let me know. The last one, a minor third from La sharp. Okay, a minor third is 1 tone and a half. La sharp is 1.5. So what is the name of this note? Easy. La, Si, Do. Okay, we must call this note Do. Do sharp. Okay, C sharp. You can also do this 1, 2, and 3, and then read the name of this note. Is it sharp? Hold on, I'm lost. Yes, it is, yeah. Because it's 1.5. This is what we need, 1.5 tones. In this final question about intervals, we are asked to circle the type of each interval, and to circle the type we need to identify the number. So we need to do basically the whole thing. Let me write. A keyboard here. All right. What is the name of this note? Do, Si, La, Sol, Fa. Fa double sharp. And then this is Si. This is a fourth, Fa, Sol, La, Si. Now, Fa double sharp is here. And a perfect fourth is 2 tones and a half. Let's have a look how many we have. 1 and 2. So we don't have the half. This means that it's not perfect, but it's diminished because the interval is shorter than the perfect one. So perfect is perfect. And the other ones are not perfect. So let's do that one more time. Fa, sharp, sharp. Okay, so this is the key. Now we have 1 and 2 tones instead of 2.5. So this is diminished. Look at this. Oh dear. This is middle C in treble clef, which means +2 Mi in bass clef. So Mi, Re, Do, Si, La, Sol. This is Sol. Oh my God, this is my favorite interval. So Sol. Perfect. A perfect octave. Great. The octave is perfect when the two notes have the same name. G, G. Lovely. Thank you so much. Next one, Fa sharp and B sharp. Yeah, it's Sol +2. Now this is a fourth again, Fa, Sol, La, Si, okay, and a perfect fourth is 2 tones and a half away. So Fa sharp, let's count. 1, 2.5, and another half because it's B sharp. So 1, 2.5. So hold on. 1, 2.5, and another half. So instead of 2 tones and a half is 3 tones, which means that the interval has been increased, the distance, so it is augmented. And finally, this is a fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So sharp and Re sharp. A perfect fifth is 3 tones and a half away. 1, 2, 3.5. Perfect. Again, so sharp, so 1, 2, 3.5. Sorted. And this is the final answer to this question. Diminished perfect, augmented perfect. Lovely pattern. Let's turn the page together. This fifth section relates to triads and chords. And in the first question, we are asked to circle true or false for each of the 4 statements. This is a tonic triad of A major. Ha ha ha. This is not A because we are in bass clef. This is Do. Do, mi, sharp, sol. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, it's not A major because the bottom note is not La, but it's C, and that was the trick. This is the dominant of F minor. All right. So the dominant chord is the chord on the 5th degree. So Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do. Yes, very good. Do we have flats or sharps in this chord? We would have Mi flat, but is the leading note, and so it has been raised. So this is the dominant chord of F minor. Next one. This is the subdominant triad of D flat major. Okay, so first of all, is it subdominant? Re, mi, fa, sol. Yes. Now D flat major has lots of flats. Si, mi, la, re, and sol. Okay, so this is the key signature. This is the final D flat major. So in D flat major, D flat is the penultimate flat in the key signature, so we need to add another one. Si, mi, la, re, sol. Now sol, let's have a look. So flat, yes. B flat, yes. And D flat, yes. It's all correct. So this is absolutely true. Perfect. Next one. This is the dominant triad of B minor. So the chord on the 6th degree. First, the name of the note. Si, do, re, mi, fa. We need an F here, and this is a B. So we need this note. This is the bottom note of the dominant chord of B minor. So this is false. We don't need to check the notes further. Yeah, it's false. Brilliant. Let's go on to the following one. Now, in this question, we need to name the degree of these chords for which we have been given the key. So let's have a look. In G sharp minor, okay, we are in G sharp minor, and this note is, oh my God, we need to count. Middle C in treble clef, so Do, Si, La, Sol, Fa, Mi sharp, plus 2 equals G sharp. So as you can see, this was like very, very strange in the first place, but they are the same note. This is the tonic triad of G sharp minor. We also see the minor third between G sharp and B, so yeah. The second example, we are in F sharp minor. So first the name of this bottom note. This is Do sharp. So Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do, the 5th degree. Guys, it is as simple as this. Do flow in these questions because there are some others. They are more laborious and more time consuming. So flow on the other ones. Catch up. Otherwise you get really tired and you feel that the exam is really long. Well, it is long, but not too much. Okay. In B flat major, and this is B flat, this is the tonic triad. So our options were 1, 5, 1. Happy? Last question. In this final question, we need to write the name of the degree for each of the chord, and we are in E flat major. Okay, so we have 3 flats in our key signature, and this makes sense because E flat is the penultimate, so this is the key. We have Mi flat, we have Sol, we have B flat, and we have E flat. So now we put them in order, and when I say order, it means this: 1 on, off, on, off, on. So Mi, fa, sol, la, si. Okay, mi flat is doubled, so mi, fa, sol, la, si. This is already in order. Mi, fa, sol, la, si. Do you see the hidden notes? You must create a scale where the hidden notes are the middle, well, the second and the fourth. So you have this kind of shape. Okay, these two, second and fourth, are hidden, and the chord is this. So mi, fa, sol, la, si. In mi flat, E flat is the tonic. So this is the first degree. Second example. This is B flat, re and fa. Are they in order? Si, do, re, mi, fa. Yes. B flat is the bottom note, and for E major is the fifth degree. Mi, fa, sol, la, si. So this is the chord 5. And then look at here, guys, we have mi flat again. So I do expect another mi flat chord. In fact, we have mi, sol, si. This is already, see the shape? This shape is really like the chord that we're looking for. So this is the first degree. Sorted. How is it? This chord thinks about chords. If you're more confident with harmony, and it could be, you can go via harmony, so think about playing it. If you're more confident about more logical work, you can follow the steps that I do. I try to combine these two together to give you the opportunity to follow both way of thinking, but you can use one or another or both. If you're more familiar with playing the chords, for example, if you are doing jazz music, jazz piano, for example, or you could use one of these two systems, depending on how confident you are. Yes, follow the steps, but also make them yours. You need to know the chords, guys. Harmony is really important when we play. Harmony tells us everything. And if you are a pianist, you're really lucky because you play the melody and the harmony, so you have the full picture available. If you are not a pianist and you play just one melody line, like, you know, all the rest of the orchestral instruments, then when you play with a pianist, just take the opportunity to listen carefully to the chords. They explain the melody and they give tone to it. So it's quite important. Okay, section 6. This section relates to knowledge about terms, signs, and instruments. And part of this is thanks to memory. Part of this is experience. Part of this is comparison language with the languages. I don't know, I'm Italian, so all these terms, Italian terms, do make sense to me. But if you're not, there are some tips that I can give you. For example, okay, stringendo. Okay, this is interesting. Stringendo means, so for example, if you think of shrinking is different. But if you think of, for example, stringent, yes, I think it is a term. So basically, when something is a bit more like there is tension and there is a pace is quite intense and it is also tense. Yeah, tense. This is because the notes, if this is the position of the notes in time and space, as in astrophysics, is the same basically. Time and space are the same in music as in astrophysics. The notes become closer, so we decrease the distance in time and space, which means that we play faster, because the notes, instead of being da da da, they are closer, so da 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 da. Stringendo is when you when a pearl or a coin falls on the floor and makes that sound, da 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 da. That's stringendo, where the space between the sounds, the noises, gets shorter and shorter and shorter. Remember this. I think I should make a video about it. So stringendo, as opposed to stretto, which means that the notes are already closing up. So it's like ta 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 regularly, because the process has already happened. Endo means in. So shortening the distance, okay? So what is the equivalent? Getting slower, quieter, faster. Yeah, that's it. Okay, misterioso is mysterious. You know it because the word is very similar. Giocoso, okay, giocare means play. So playful. Where is it? Playful, merry. Yeah, there you go. And this is a piece of knowledge. This relates to knowledge. There isn't jouer. Yeah, if you're French, jouer. That's the same. Yeah, jouer is the same. Giocoso, joueur. Cool. Next one. The similar words to retenu is the one very close to it. Ritenuto, guys. Don't seek complicated things. Retenu, ritenuto. Circle the name of this ornament. This is a lower mordant. There you go. The trill is tr. The turn is this. You see the turning, and the upper mordant is this without the line through. Hopefully you found it in a piece that you're playing. Therefore, you know how to play it. Okay? Remember the way you played it in a piece, and then you don't need to be stressed about it. Okay? Cool. Next one. We need to circle true or false for each of the statements. The horn can play more than one note at the same time. No, because we blow for playing the horn, and when we blow we can do one only sound. False. The cello can be played con sordina. Yes, it's a little thing that you put closer to the bridge and it makes the sound weaker. So yes, true. The clarinet uses the alto clef. Yes. In fact, there is a piece, there are the sonate by Brahms for clarinet or viola. They could be used for both instruments because both instruments use the alto clef. The bassoon, fagotto, is the lowest sounding brass instrument. No, I think the tuba is the lowest, so this is false. And finally, the side drum produces sound of indefinite pitch. Yes, it's the typical tambourine, for example, or of bands and you know, street bands. Yeah, it produces just one sound. Very good. Section 7. As we're here, guys, you know that you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, of course, and TikTok. Do follow me because I publish different content in each of the social media. On TikTok, you can find my life. You find about my life and what I do and some fun videos as well. I do a bit of everything. On Instagram, I reveal what is the next video coming up, and I do many other things. And on YouTube, I publish 4 videos. So do follow me on all the social medias because they give you full picture of what I do and who I am. Okay, in this 7th section, we need to answer questions relating to a piece of music that we've been given, and this is this moderato con rubato. This doesn't make any sense. Moderato rubato. I don't know what the composer is. We don't usually say con rubato, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. And the first exercise, in the first exercise, we need to follow the questions with we need to answer the questions with a number, and the number would be the name of the number of the bar number. How many times the dominant of B minor occur? The dominant is the 5th degree and it's Fa sharp. It's a perfect fifth from B. And Fa sharp occurs 6 times. And here they are. How many minims are equivalent to the last note of the piece, which is a dotted semibreve? Well, a semibreve is 2 minims, plus the dot is another minim, so we have 3 minims. And how many triplets are in this melody? Well, I think I see 4 of them, and here they are. Which bar contains a tie? Now we have several of the arches that indicate either a tie or a slur, but the only tie is in bar 4. And here it is. The tie links 2 notes of the same sound and the same name. So, in bar 3, how many minor thirds do we have? We have 2 minor thirds. And here they are. So 2, the first and the last. Exercise 2. We need to circle true or false for each of the statements relating to the same melody. All of the notes of the melody can be found in the key of B minor. The answer is yes, because we see some extra sharps, but they are the leading notes and the raised 6th degree, which is so sharp. So sharp and la sharp have been raised. The melody is in a compound time. No, it's not. It is triple, yes, but not compound. We have just 3 minims in a bar, so we have 2 seats for each minim. So false. Bar 5 and 6 have the same rhythm and articulation, and this is true. Question 3. In question 3, we need to tick the box that shows the bar that sounds the same as bar 6. Now bar 6 is in bass clef and starts with so natural. Here it is. Now this sol is below middle C because middle C is up here. And in this case, middle C is here, so this is above, and we can exclude this. In the third example, we have the different time signature, but I don't understand why. They probably did try to make it compound, but let's have a look. Yeah, no, I don't understand why we have this duplet here. So no, this is incorrect, because you either keep the duplets all throughout the bar or you have none. So yeah, so we need a duplet here as well. So this is incorrect. And no, and also no. But this is in simple time, basically. It has been grouped as a simple time, whereas this is compound. So the only correct answer is this. And what is the difference? The difference is the key signature. So they removed all the this sharp, and they put it in the key signature instead. So yeah, that's the answer. Yeah, it's a bit strange as a question, but yeah, this is it. And the final question. We need to tick one box that shows bar 7 correctly rewritten half the value. Okay, so in bar 7 we have a quaver that becomes a semiquaver, and a dotted crochet that becomes a dotted quaver. Same twice. They would be then grouped together. Then we have a triplet of crochets that becomes a triplet of quavers, basically. Yeah. Sorry, this is a bit confusing, but we have 2 quavers, and then we have a semiquaver plus a semiquaver rest, all together as a triplet. So where do we have this? I think it's this first option. Here we don't have the triplet, and here the beaming is, we're missing the dot here. So the correct answer is the first. And with this we have finished our second exam paper in this book. I hope it was useful. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!
Thank you for watching my video. I hope it was useful. Don't forget to leave a like down there and share it with your friends. If it was useful for you, it will be useful for other people too. Now, if you want more sample papers published by ABRSM, click here and find the video you're looking for. In the meantime, I would like to thank all the ones who are messaging me and leaving comments. You know that I always read them and I always reply. And thanks to all the ones who are telling me that thanks to my videos, they have improved and feel more confident. This makes me so happy. What else to say? Happy music, everyone. Bye.